All right. I should have done my intro, but all right. So this is going to be, and maybe you've been in there, you might be familiar with it, but when you go into your virtual office, and I'll share my screen too, you have the option to export your customer info. So if you click on PV, that'll pull up, you know, your list of customers, and then there's an export button, and I'll show you where it is when I do the brand ambassadors and VIP customers. But you can pull it out and then it's all in Excel. And I've used Excel forever, so it's not like scary and intimidating to me. But I know if you haven't used it before, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck is this? So I just want to keep it super simple, like how you get it, and then just a few steps that I do to sort it and put some filters on it so you can sort however you want and go on your merry little way with the data that you need. So let me just screen share. And you'll probably see my messy desktop, but I'm sure a lot of you can relate. All right. There it is, guys. There's my hot mess. Somebody said on a call today that I'm organized. Well, there you go. All right. So pull up your back office, click on your points, because that'll bring up your customer info. I'm just rearranging some stuff, and jump in, tell me to slow down or anything like that. If you have a question, ask. So scroll down. Plexus, I don't know why they put this new button here, but this load data. So click on that. All your stuff comes up. And then right here is export data. So when you click on that, it'll open it up to Excel. And can you guys see my screen? Okay. So it shows up. And again, if you have a Mac, don't ask me any questions. I'm an iPhone person, but I don't know anything about Mac computers. But it will pull up here. So it's right here. And I already have a different one that I'm going to use here. So we'll come up. I took out my customer names just for privacy and their email address. But basically what happens is this is what comes up. So this is ambassadors, VIP customers, and this is the same for your customers, your full price retail people too. But all this stuff comes up. So you have their customer ID, first name, last name, where they're located, all that. So the first thing I do is if you click in this little corner here, it highlights everything. And I like to see everything. So if you, again, I clicked right here in this top left corner, and that highlighted the whole page. And then if you just go along the top to the dividers between the columns, if you double click on them, it'll make them all the width so you can see everything. So, and then I am kind of OCD about what I can see. I like to clean it up a little, but there's a lot of stuff. And again, you've probably looked at this, maybe you didn't, but there's so much stuff here. And there's a lot of stuff we don't need because I use this, whether I'm doing my newsletter, to send out a monthly newsletter. I like grabbing their email addresses, which is in this column here. So I keep the stuff I need. So again, this is probably, some of this is probably 101 to you, but if not, if you're still learning Excel, you know, maybe you don't want to see this column. I just highlight it, right click, and I just hide it. Like, I don't want to see it. Points, you know, that's their subscription went through, how many points. You know what? I don't need to see if they're my primary leg. I don't need to see their stuff. Like, I am just really cleaning this up so that I can get to what I need. And I like to change stuff so it's shorter. PV. So I'm just showing you kind of how I clean it up first. So it's nice, like, okay, I can see all their stuff. And you can take out any column you want. So again, assuming you've looked at this, but like this column is their next order that's going to process, stuff that's already gone through this month. If their order's gone through, what their PV is. The other thing I do is I like to put filters on this top row, and this is like magic. But if you're on the home tab, the top of Excel, and then you go over to sort and filter, and then click on filter, and it's going to put these magical little drop down boxes on every single column. So what that does, say I want to just look at my people, you can click on the down arrow for sponsor name. If you click select all, it'll remove everyone, and then I can just pick my people. And it's just my people. Or say you want to look at one of your level ones, or maybe her whole downline. You can pick and choose their name, which is awesome. So whoever you want to look at. So I like condensing stuff so it's not overwhelming. That's just an example there. Something else, I said email addresses. When I had an event here in town, I wanted to send out emails, and I used text to invite all the local ambassadors. So I invited my whole download. But what I did was I broke it down by my people in North Dakota and Minnesota, just because we're a border state. So I have Minnesota and North Dakota, I picked that. And then I was able, once I broke it down to those two states, I was able to go to city. So I picked like Fargo, North Dakota, Moorhead, Minnesota, where I am, and then all our surrounding cities, like people who I knew that were in driving distance to come to our sip and see that we hosted when Darcy was here. So another good way to filter it. Something else I like doing, for orders, you can see, if you just do this sort A to Z, you can see what's all coming down the pipeline yet this month. And then next month, and then like, oh, look at that. These people have stuff pushed out till May, till July. How lovely. So you can sort and see like what's coming. I also like, depending, how big your list and stuff is, going through credit card declines. Most of the time I just work my credit card declines off of the virtual office instead of pulling this out, but like, oh, this order canceled, I should go see what happened. This order is pending from the 10th. You can just see them really easy here, and it's nice. Like, why is this pending? I gotta go look. Or maybe that's just yesterday. Oh, today we had a credit card decline. You can just go down the row really fast, and it makes it easy. So that was the biggest thing. Just random, something I'm focusing on this month is PV. I have so many people who are happy with their one bottle of ProBio 5. So I want to see, like, all these, it'll be bigger later this month, but like all these people, I'm going to do a follow-up, and I can easily sort it to see like, oh, they have probably one product, maybe two products. I'm going to try and get them some more stuff because more PV would be awesome. So again, however you want to work stuff, you can just play around, highlight stuff, whatever. So I really like this when I dig into just like, what's my reach out? What's my plan? I want to reach out to all these kind of under 50 PV people and just see like, hey, you love this. What if we do something else? So that's how I use it. And it is nice because This one does not have addresses, but if you want to do mailing labels, there is another place to do like a full export of addresses and stuff like that. So, with that, any questions on anything I showed you, or like go back, show you how I did something, anything? Are you like, I need this already?
I have one.
Yeah.
Can you say again, like when you were doing the sponsor thing, what you did to pull down that sorting menu? Because
Yeah.
I'm totally new to Excel, so.
Okay. Yep.
Missed
So I make sure that I'm on the home tab up on top. So right
Okay.
there, make sure you're on
Uh-huh.
home, and then just go all the way over to the right, sort and filter. And then you just turn on your filter here. See, that just turned it off. So then I'm gonna put it back on, and that brings all these drop downs for every column header.
Okay. Got it.
So like even here too, you can see, I mean, you could look and see when these people started. So I love this because if you have, you know, as your business grows and, you know, the dynamics of your team, a lot of times, like I have some level ones that I do a lot of follow up with their people. So it's nice. I can just like pull out their chunk, kind of scan what's going on and do my follow up or whatever I need to do. And then it's easy, instead of going through everyone's names and everyone's accounts. I like this a lot. So I like making it simple. You know, too, when you're going, like, if you're close to going gold or, you know, ranking up too, this is a good way to monitor, you know, orders going through and flagging stuff, you know, I'll highlight stuff in red, like, oh my gosh, watch this account, make sure it all goes through and stuff. So yeah, that's really all I had to show.
I like it. It's very helpful.
Good. And you know, if you go play around with this and you're like, oh my gosh, what did she say? Please know. And I think you guys all know, you can reach out to me anytime. I am always happy to answer questions and stuff like that. So that's what I do. I'm a spreadsheet nerd. I love it. I highlight it. I sort it. But I don't live by it. I used to be obsessed with like watching everything. I don't know if any of you guys have done it, like watch numbers and we're like, yeah, I'm done doing that. So that's stressful. And our worth is not defined by our points. So that's it. Any questions? Anything? I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Maybe. Maybe I won't. Okay. All right, so I recorded this and I will share it on the pink drink link somewhere. But yeah, again, happy to answer any questions. Hopefully you learned something and your mind is blowing and it'll make you look easier.
No, this is awesome. Thank you.
Good. Well, thanks for jumping on. It was great to see everyone. And Megan, I see your face. Hey, Jody, South Dakota friend.
Yeah, I didn't know how to like sort. I didn't know how to do the filter thing. And so that can be really frustrating when you're trying to look through a big report. So that's very helpful.
It is.
I
It's
didn't know you
nice
could do
just
that.
to be able, like, even if you just want to take a clean look at all your stuff, it's like, okay, clean that up. And then you can just go back and add everyone else. So yeah.
Do you
Thank you,
do this?
Chair.
Oh,
Go ahead. I
sorry.
was just going to say thank you because I needed that refresher
You
on
are
how to do the sorting.
you are
Thank
so
you.
welcome, Jody.
Do you do this like more than once a month? You know what I mean? Like, or do you just?
I kind of around the third week of the month or so, which, oh my gosh, it is almost the third week of the month. I pull the, like, I look at credit card declines a handful of times during the week and look at stuff, but yeah, kind of third, end of the third week, I'm like, oh, I should look at the big picture and just make sure, stuff has gone through. I do like, because there is a column where I think it's this one, team points. I do like this one, just because, let's see, largest to smallest. So then I can see my team as well. So like, I see this person and I know who they are, but like golds and just looking, like people are, maybe they're almost silver, maybe they're almost senior silver. And a lot of people don't realize that. So it is nice just to take a look at people's points, especially a gold who's at 99 points. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're one point away from re-ranking. Like, let's find that order. So I do like this
Right.
too, especially, well, try to do it before the 28th, just to like be on top of it. But it is nice to see team points, because a lot of people have accidental rank ups and don't even realize it. So they're like, did you know you're 22 points from being gold? That's like 4 orders. So those are
Right.
kind of fun messages to send. That never happened to me. Like, oh hey, you're accidentally gold. So my gosh, I am so washed out here. So yeah, that's a good one, that column. So yeah, I am not a slave to this unless it's like a rank up month or something big is happening, then I live off of it. So yeah.
Awesome.
All right. I am gonna stop recording here.